Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaya and this is the look we'll be creating today. Alright, starting off with my eyebrows. I always start with my eyebrows, and the tool I use is the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. I don't really like this, but I bought it, so I'm gonna use it. And what I do is just trace the brow shape that I already have with my brows, and then color it in with the brown pencil. And this brow pencil is in the color dark brown. Next, I'm going in with my P. Louise base to carve out the shape underneath the brow. I start by wiping some of the product off on that lower brow area, and then I carve out the shape using my Morphe brush, and all products will be listed in the description box below, so be sure to check that out if you have specific questions about the products used today. And I just fan this out so that it's easier to blend. And I'm just showing the other side as well. I usually try to pretend it's a unibrow to make sure that they're even, because I've had my brows be very uneven and it looks like I'm interested in something all day. So I usually trace them together. And now I'm just blending out that P. Louise base so that it's nice and blended before I go in to carve out the top with my LA Girl Pro concealer, and this is in the color Beautiful Bronze. This color is closer to my skin tone, so that's why I prefer to use this at the top, so that I don't get a halo effect on my brows, and that it just matches and easier to blend with my foundation at the top. Okay, now I'm going to use my Laura Mercier setting powder in the color Translucent Honey to set my eyelids. This just helps with creasing. Then I'm going to take my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer and use that on my face, my cheeks, my chin. As you can see, I don't put this on my forehead because I don't see the reason to do that. But I make sure to rub this in and massage it in gently. I fast forwarded, but I wanted to slow it down so you guys see that I'm not being super rough with my face. Next, I'm going to use my ColourPop palette, California Love, and I love these colors. They are so pigmented, and these palettes are so inexpensive. I'm going to use those two colors and blend them together and just use a fluffy brush to melt this right into my eyes, starting with the outside, working my way in. I never go in on my actual lid within the inner corner. I keep the product mostly on the outskirts, as you can see right here. Now I'm just blending just to make sure that there are no rough, edges, because we don't want any harsh pigmented separation when we go in with our next shimmer, which is this one. And this is my first time trying this shimmer on my eyelids, and I wish I would have done it sooner. It's so beautiful. It's so cute. Ugh, I just love it so much. I had to bring y'all in closer so y'all can really appreciate how pigmented it is, and it just makes everything look so pretty. Next, I'm taking this Morphe Disney palette. This has a very dark black color in it that I'm just taking a small amount on a brush and using it to create this false smoke eye liner, if you will, just right on the edges. And then I'm just taking a clean brush just to blend that in, so that it looks very smoky and sultry, and just really it gives it a very nice depth to the eye. And then I'm going to go in with my NYX Epic Ink Liner in the color Black. This is a dupe for Tattoo by my girl, oh my God, Kat Von D. I really like this liner. It's easy to apply, it, for me at least. This is one of the easiest liners that I've used and to apply on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to struggle to put on these lashes. Yes, I use my hands. My natural lashes curl up so much, so my hands allow me to have more control, especially if I have longer nails on. And oof, this is a very exaggerated lash. I usually don't gravitate towards these, but since this is such a very sultry look, I like these because they add drama. Next, I'm going to take my NARS foundation and apply a couple pumps on my hand and just apply this with a damp sponge. I really like this foundation. It's probably one of my favorites that I've had in a while. And I just apply it very gently, and I also work it into the inner eyebrows just to make sure that doesn't look unnatural and that it blends very, very well. Next, I'm going in with my NARS concealer in the color Amande. I like this concealer because it's creamy and it's lightweight. It doesn't feel like you get as much product though in these vials and these bottles, but I really, really like this. It's a more natural, I feel like, color for me and highlight for me. So I start off with this concealer, and then you'll see in a minute I'm gonna add my Born This Way in the color Chestnut Too Faced. And this is just a thicker, more full coverage. I add this in the corner and on the nose where I'm trying to create that very much highlighted right under my eyes, and then on my nose, the bridge of my nose. And then I'm going to take that same sponge, honestly, and blend in the concealers. Next, I'm going to take this Hourglass foundation stick, and I think this is in the color Chestnut, but I could be wrong. And I'm going to use these right on my cheeks, and this is what I'm going to use to quote-unquote contour. But since this is such a warm tone, this is more like a bronzer, I would say. But I like it because it adds that definition back into my face, because it gets so flat with all the concealers, and I just blend it with this brush. Again, I will have it more detailed in the description box. Next, I'm going in with this Sephora cream lip. Yes, I said lip. This pink is just, I have not found a liquid blush that goes on this pink and that has the finish that this lip stain does, from cream stain from Sephora has. So yeah, I use it on my cheeks and it looks so cute. For powders, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in the color Hazelnut, and I'm just patting this in. Fenty is kind of fine. It's more fine than like my Huda Beauty, at least. So I kind of pack it a little bit in, but I don't try to use too much because I want to avoid creasing, and I am going to bake. Next, I'm going to take my Sculptor contour palette, and I hold my lace so I don't get it into the lace, but I'm going to take that right on the edges of my face and blend it in so that I avoid, looking like I have a mask on. And again, just blending things in a little bit more. Now all you see me doing right here is just wiping all that excess powder off my face with a clean brush. Looking real good. It's coming along very nicely. My finishing powder, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury finishing airbrush filter powder. And I'm just going to push this into my face all over except underneath. I'm sorry, I did go underneath my eyes. So sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but it's very light, very, very light. I'm going to take my MAC lip gloss, a brown pencil, and my NYX Tea and Cookies as a lip combo today. I start with lining my lips with the brown liner from LA Girl Pro. Next, I go in, and my lips are already oiled, so I oil my lips prior to doing my makeup. It just makes everything easier to go on and smoother. So Once you got that liner on, you take the tea and cookies from NYX, work that in, and it's such a pretty combo, I feel like, because I always like to wear pink or a nude lip, so it works out great. And this is the end product, girlies. That is all we did today. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope to see you in the next video.